Good morning, everybody. My name is V. This is Retro Rewind Days of Old, and we are on the last game of season 2, the main show, you guys. And I'm here again with, of course, Ryerson, and we're going to be talking some Pokemon Red version, or as a whole, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, because they all pretty much the same fucking game. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Doing good. It's the finale!
Yeah, so we had just finished Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. You can check the aftermath of that game on Spotify. It dropped yesterday at 5 a.m. All important links are in the description of this podcast. But, dude, let's just start off with this. I have not played this game in a hot minute. I've never owned it, and the only time I actually played it was at a friend's house, because my first OG Game Boy came from like the garbage. That's how I had my first one. I found it and it somehow worked, but it just came with what was it? I think it was just Tetris, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think it was just Tetris. But I never actually got to play this until I was at my friend's place, and the first one I played was Red.
Red. I have played Red. I'm just messing with everybody. But, there's a battle between which one was better. Was it the red one or was it the blue one? It's the same game, just different monster.
Right, so, before we get into some history, as I always ask, what's the one thing you remember the game from the top of your dome?
Okay, it's Pokemon, and you gotta collect them all. Okay, I spent hours collecting all the Pokemon, or what I thought was all the Pokemon, and to find out many years later that I had not successfully collected all the Pokemon, so I had to go and revisit the game.
Facts.
Yeah. For me, I didn't know much about the plot. It was more of just, I've got to catch everything and level them up. Oh yeah. I think I had my entire roster at like max level in that game. I spent too much time on it.
Fair. Did you ever beat it?
Oh yeah, I beat the game.
See, I've never beaten a Pokemon game. I've played Red. I don't think I played any other one after that, but I have played Red. I never had a Charizard. I've always wanted to get a Charizard in that game, but I was never able to play it long enough. But what I remember, first thing that comes to mind is just like the Game Boy itself that you're playing it on. It was fucking black and white, and if you were in a dark room, you weren't seeing shit. You had to like fucking angle that up. If the sun was too bright, you had to like angle it down to your face.
Down. You're sitting there playing up and looking up at the screen. Yeah, I remember those days.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man! Then it came out on a game. You could plug in your cartridge into the Game Boy Color, and it would make everything colorful.
Right.
That was cool.
But it wasn't like a vibrant. If I remember correctly, it wasn't like a vibrant color. It just kind of gave some tinge to it. Whereas in like Pokemon Yellow, which is branded as the Pikachu version. It was like full blown like yellows and greens and all that stuff.
It was fully vibrant.
Yeah. So some history here. The developers is Game Freak creators. This game actually in Japan was called Pocket Monsters. That's what it was originally called, Pocket Monsters, and it was founded by someone. So Pokemon was created. I forget the guy's name, so bear with me here. If anybody knows, feel free to let us know. But the guy's name, whatever it is, he loved collecting bugs. So he created Pocket Monsters, and then when it came to the U.S., North America, it became Pokemon.
Yeah, if I remember right, because I watched a documentary on that guy, but I can't remember his name. He collected bugs, but one of the reasons why I liked why he got the idea of it was he was out in nature.
Yeah.
And seeing the different landscapes and stuff like that, and different species of bugs in different locations. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yep. So as we all know, the publisher is Nintendo, the infamous Nintendo.
One of the juggernauts.
So, Pokemon Red, Blue was released for Game Boy, and Yellow started out on the Game Boy Color. However, if I'm not mistaken, you could play it on your Game Boy. I think it just made it black and white, but I can't be quoted with that.
I don't know 100%. I'll read very long.
So there was also a green one, but I don't think it hit North America until Game Boy Advance's Leaf Green.
Yeah, I believe the original one, it was green, and it was only a Japanese release.
Yeah, so it says here on Wikipedia, release Pocket Monsters Red and Green in Japan February 27th, 1996, and then Pocket Monsters Blue in Japan October 15th, 1996. And then Pokemon Red and Blue hit North America September 28th, which blew up the stores 1998, and Pokemon Yellow was North American October 19th for 1999. Literally fucking back to back. And for anybody who doesn't know, and I'd be absolutely shocked if you don't know this, but Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue are 1996 role-playing video games developed by Game Freak and published by Nintendo for the Game Boy. They are the first installments of the Pokemon video game series. And yes, I am reading this, you guys, just in case you're wondering. They were first released in Japan in 1996 as Pocket Monsters Red and Pocket Monsters Green, with the special edition Pocket Monsters Blue. Being released in Japan later that same year, the games were later released as Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue in North America and Australia in 1998, and Europe in 1999. Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue combined red, green, and blue for release outside of Japan. Now, Pokemon Yellow version, which is a special Pikachu edition, which is why it's so famous to be the Pikachu version of it, often referred to as a simply Pokemon Yellow, is an improved version released in Japan in 1998 and in the other regions in 1999 and 2000, remakes of Red and Green, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, which was Game Boy Advance, and we'll get into those in the different seasons if they make it on the list. But if I'm not mistaken, in Yellow, just to jump on Yellow for a second, Pikachu followed you around in that one, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
100%. Pikachu would follow you around in that one.
Yeah. I loved the black and white. It was so nostalgic. I don't know if I could play it black and white now, because we've just been spoiled with colors of glory, but
you should maybe get some perspective. Just kidding. We're playing that thing in color.
Oh, it's so good. Pokemon Red and Blue are played in a third-person view, overhead perspective. I never really, it's funny because I never really understood an overhead perspective until playing Metal Gear Solid for PS1. And we're not going to get into that, but thinking about it now, these Pokemon games were an overhead perspective, and I never really clued into that at the time.
It's interesting. Almost like a satellite looking down. Just kidding. Hey, what's this dude doing? I don't know. He's riding a bike.
He's riding a bike. I don't know the whole purpose of this game. I'm assuming just to get through all the gyms, right?
Yeah, it's to be the best trainer.
Be the best
So
trainer.
you beat all the gyms and all the masters and stuff like that.
What was your go-to Pokemon? Because there was always Squirtle. I believe it was Squirtle, Charmander,
Charmander and Bulbasaur.
I always went Charmander. But like we all know this. It's not a fucking secret.
Okay, for me, it's very hard. Like, it's either Squirtle or Charmander. I never ever picked Bulbasaur. Ever.
No,
No.
I think I might have picked him. Oh no, I can't say I have. I think I picked Charmander every time I played.
I can understand why. Charizard's freaking awesome.
Oh, I know.
Blastoise. Blastoise is freaking BA too, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't pick between the two. I can't pick a definite favorite. At least with the starting three.
I've just always been a Charizard person. Even watching the fucking the anime of it, Charizard is just like the sassy fucking dragon. He's like, I ain't listening to fucking shit. He's like,
I'm gonna burn.
He's that Pokemon that's like, if you fuck with Ash, he'll burn you up because he's the only one allowed to fuck with him.
And that's why we love Charizard.
Fucking great. So on game rankings, they got scored based on their version, the cartridge version of it, right? So red got an 88% score, blue got an 88% score, but yellow only got an 85% score. It dropped 3 points.
Interesting.
I'm kind of surprised with it. You think that would be even all around the board? They're pretty much all the same.
Yeah, people might have got annoying with a little cat running around behind you saying Pikachu.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, like the stats drop quite a bit. Like Game Informer gave yellow a 6.5 out of 10. Whereas in like GameSpot gave yellow an 8.9 out of 10. So it's really just like fuck, IGN gave yellow a 10 out of 10. No, IGN deemed it as a masterpiece, and it even says here, let's see, where did I see that? Oh, I don't know where I saw that rating. But yeah, IGN literally declared it as a masterpiece. Because when IGN gives games 10 out of 10s, they call them masterpieces.
And Pokemon is a masterpiece.
I don't know. Yellow's a masterpiece, but don't get me wrong. IGN also gave red a 10 out of 10, so that's always considered a masterpiece. I can agree to that. And I've only ever seen IGN give 10 out of 10 one other time, besides right now, and that's with Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. They gave that a 10 out of 10.
Which is a fantastic game. That just speaks of just how good Pokemon is. It still is. The gameplay in the current meta is absolutely amazing as well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm really trying to find that section that I saw that from. It would drive me crazy.
Don't let it drive you too crazy.
But I can't find it. There's an 8-bit game, wasn't it? 8-bit graphic game? Yeah.
Yeah, it was 8-bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Game Boys? Yeah, it was 8-bit.
Well, wherever I saw that, it was pretty much, I think it was saying that IGN was saying that it was best RPG of all time. That's what it was saying.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, that's
good. It's good.
That's what it was saying.
That's for the best RPG of all time?
Oh, okay, I found it. So here it is. Red and Blue were well received, with critics praising the multiplayer options, especially the concept of trading. I fucking love that option. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. The fact that you get those link cables and trade with your friends. That was the sweetest thing.
Yeah.
They received a score of 89% on game rankings and are considered among the greatest games ever made. Ranked on top games lists, including at least 4 years on IGN's top 100 games of all time, the game's releases marked the beginning of what would become a multi-billion-dollar franchise, jointly selling over 300 million copies worldwide. In 2009, they were declared by IGN to be the best-selling RPG on the Game Boy and best-selling RPG of all time.
Best selling, that I can believe.
Yeah, so
Best game, I can't say that. I won't say that. I'm sorry. I love me some Pokemon, but I won't say it's the best game ever when it comes to the RPGs.
but yeah, so it was best selling. I look forward to playing it. So if anybody wants to come relive the nostalgia of Pokemon version Red, that's the one we're going to be playing. We're going to be live streaming that starting Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're planning to beat it. It's going to be a long one. I'm excited for this grind. I really am.
Me too.
I'm excited for it. Like I said,
Just remember, you have to do an Onyx.
I have to. Yeah. I do have to get an Onyx. Fucking Pokemon community game. I wanted to catch an Onyx so bad. God. But yeah, if you want to catch the aftermath of Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented, that released, like I said, yesterday at 5 a.m. You can catch that here on Spotify or wherever you're listening to your podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and we're also over on YouTube. You can catch the video version, which just kind of shows some gameplay while we talk about it, as well as I'm sure you can find us on YouTube Music. I think it's what it's called, which is the audio version if you're at work. All important links will be in the description. Pokemon Red. This is going to be amazing. Ryzen, thank you so much for doing this one with me. You've been in a lot of them. I fucking appreciate you, my guy.
Oh, dude, no problem. Thank you for calling me, man.
Oh, absolutely. You know, might as well. I'm probably going to call you every time you do Pokemon. You get me?
Let's go. Hey, just don't forget your link cable. I'm ready to link up.
It's going to be sick. Thank you all so much. Have yourself a great morning while you're listening to this. Go enjoy your work day. I know it's work. It sucks. You'd rather be home. But, you know, money's got to be made. And if you're going to be an ass, be a badass. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. And Ryzen, again, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Have a great day, everybody.
Later.